Hi, my name is John Alexander. I'm owner of Jaguar Fitness. I want to talk to you today about The Road to Ronnie Coleman. It's a show that is happening June 5th, 2021 in Fort Worth, Texas. Ronnie Coleman's putting it on. It's called Ronnie Coleman Classic. My son looked it up about 5 or so months ago, and he said, "Hey, Dad, you need to do that." And I said, "Well," he said, "I'll do it with you."
I'm John Alexander II. This is, I guess, the second video we're going to be doing in regards to our little mini series, The Road to Ronnie Coleman. You know, this will be a first show since 2016 that me and my dad have done together, and I kind of put him up to it.
Now, he normally competes in the PNBA, and that's a natural bodybuilding. Well, this is the NPC, so it's kind of coming out his comfort zone to do this show, but he says, "Hey, I'll do it with you if you do it." So at the time, I had a lot of injuries. My knees was bone to bone. My shoulders bothering me. You name it, man. My stomach was all messed up. But anyway, so I had all these injuries. And along with the injuries, I am 62 years old. So my son thinks I'm invincible. I'm unbreakable. Well, he said, "Dad, I'll train with you." Now, if you haven't ever trained with my son, you'll know it's not made for everybody. It's for the young. But anyway, I told him, I said, if I had a chance of doing good in the show, it'll be training with him. So what we did was, as far as the business of it, he was one of the head trainers here. He had like 10 clients a day. Well, what we did was we took all his clients away. He no longer does personal training. All he does is run the gym. He's managing the gym and training with me. So we kind of cut all the stuff out that interferes with being the best you can be. Life is really a struggle when you're trying to be the best. It's always something comes up that messes you up. So anyway, back to the show. I told him I'd do it, and we've been training now for 16 weeks straight. I started out at 240. I am now 220, 3.5 weeks out from the show. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in. My knees don't bother me. My back don't bother me. I'm ready. I'll probably be coming in the show around about 4%, around about 215 maybe 212, something like that. Pretty big for a 60-year-old. I'm doing the Masters. And so the reason why I'm doing the Masters in the Ronnie Coleman is a national qualifier. And what that does, it qualifies me to compete for a pro card. So the next show is July 22nd, which is in Pennsylvania. It's called the Collegiate Masters and Teens. I'm going to compete in that on the 22nd. I win that, I can get my IFBB pro card. Something that been eluding me for 40-some years. I had an opportunity about 40 years ago to compete in the USA, but life and problems stopped me from doing that. Well, here we are. 40 years later, I'm going to try it again. But we're going to bring a package that they haven't seen in a 60-year-old. I'm telling you, I'll be 215, ripped, big, and with legs.
I had a show. I competed in the Professional Natural Bodybuilding League, the PNBA, and I had a show in last October I was getting ready for. And so I had to run the gym, I had to train people, and it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff, but it was fun, and it was worth it because Dad was doing the same thing where he was at out there in Tennessee. And I went, I got on the show, and I thought, oh man, I don't know if it was stress or just a lack of sleep maybe, but I came in at about 184 pounds. I never really have come in that small before. I usually come in about 190, 195. Leading up to that, I've always trained with my dad. And so, that was just me trying to do the best for myself. And that guy came out pretty small. I won the show, but still wasn't the right look that I wanted. And so I talked to Dad about, maybe doing a show together. And whenever he comes back. So he came back, and we've been training for 16 weeks. And when we initially started, I had pulled my rhomboid, and it was giving me a lot of problems. It was hurting for about six months. And I'd say it's a pool, but I didn't go to the doctor or anything like that because, if you think it's more, you act like it's more. So I tried working through it, was able to still train and everything, but my training regimen was different. I was lifting a lot for strength and a lot of heavy weights and heavy components, heavy compounds, and then I was catching up all my repetitions on the back end using auxiliary lifts and isolations. So when my dad started training with me, though, he had composed a new routine, new regimen that we had done previously, but it was a long time ago, and so now he was bringing this back, and I was excited to train with him again because I knew I would be able to get outside of my own box. Everybody needs somebody that's gonna help bring them up, and anybody can really do that, but you got to find your one person that's gonna be consistently there for you and actually present information that's really well drawn out and good for you. And so he does that. And so we, he showed me this new regimen that he's doing where it consists of everything being 15 reps. Now, anybody who trains knows that if you do 15 reps on the first set, most likely on the second set, you're going to be a little tired and you're not going to want to increase the weight. So we built a program in which you can gravitate and have that progressive overload while still doing 15 reps in the whole mechanic and whole scheme.
Well, we used to lift the gym. That's what we did. Like everybody that goes to work out want to see how much they lift. It causes injuries. It causes setbacks. It causes all kind of problems. And then you get discouraged because you can't lift the weight. Then you don't want to go to gym. So what we have done, we went to high intense training. The difference between our high intense training is we don't lift light. We do weights that we can do 15 reps with, but constantly increasing. So it really puts stress on the muscles. The bellies get full and you get stronger. For instance, we do chest, we do incline bench press, 4 sets of 15. And then we'll go to the Smith machine, we'll do 4 sets of incline over there, we'll do 4 sets of flat bench, we also do 4 sets to the neck, then we go to the dumbbells, and we do the same thing, incline and flat. And then we go to the pec deck, we do a lot of stuff, cable work. So it's not very easy, but it's a long, grueling workout. Your nutrition has to be on point. If your nutrition is not on point, you will not be successful at this. So that's the main thing about this. Now, my weak point was my legs. With being bone to bone, I just went to a specialist and they said they bone to bone. At the time, I thought I had ligament problems. It wasn't ligament problem. It was just bone to bone. There was a lot of pain. But I still squatted. I still did everything. I didn't care. I said, well, I'm going to tear something up. But because I wanted legs. So my son has really good legs. You'll see his legs later. And I figured only way I'm going to have legs if I just step out of my own way. And what I said was, son, okay, I'll work out with you as long as you push me on legs. I want legs like you got. And I will not question anything you tell me to do. Now, first time I did hack squat, I couldn't even do, I just did the machine by itself. Barely could get 15. Today, I can do 4 plates on each side for 15. So, less pain. So, long story to this is, if you push yourself and do high intense training with heavy weight, it's less pain. I have no pain. I have no shoulder pain, no back pain, no knee pain. I am in the best shape I've been in a long time. So I'm really pleased about how everything has came out with us doing this.
That's kind of like the prep that or some of the obstacles I was overcoming with this. The prep would be consisted of my nutrition. It's pretty standardized. We do a body fat analysis on each other every week using the Prelio method with the pinch calibers, and we kind of get our lean mass number, and then based upon that, we structure what it is that we want to eat if we didn't progress correctly in the week. But Dad's been on time. He's been on point. He's been very consistent with his nutrition, and that's a part of his goals and the look that he wants to achieve. And combined effort, I've been the same way. My dad, when it came to his legs and everything, his range of motion is phenomenal. He's got bone on bone in both knees. He still deals with that. He tried getting the injections for it, but when you're training, again, it goes back to You're either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. You're either gonna propel yourself to grow or allow anything to derail you and mess up your focus. He doesn't allow that. He goes all the way down. He gets every single rep that he's supposed to get. He does all the same mechanics. He does all the same motions that I do, and it shows. I'm his son, and so the way my body's put together is very similar to how his body's put together. So we look just the same. It's funny to say that because we found something, but sometimes people don't look the same, even though they're related when they work out and they train. And it's because of the way they train is different. And with me and him, we're the same. But you're gonna see in our videos coming up, we're gonna have a high intensity. Everything we do is high intensity. We're 4 weeks out now. So we're gonna have it broken down, all of our regiments. We're about 4 weeks out. How we hit legs high intensity, how we hit back high intensity, bicep high intensity, tricep high intensity, shoulders, chest, the whole body. We're gonna try and put out these videos with real information, because sometimes there's not real information out there. And we have a great guy. He's a member of our gym, and he's at the end of every video. And he's a young man. He's trying to pursue his dream in the same fashion that me and my dad are pursuing ours. And he's our camera guy. He does all the editing and all the uploading. So he's gonna put these things together on our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and a TikTok. I don't know what that is, but he's gonna do that.
No, I'm gonna try.
So if you guys give each one of those videos a like, a share, subscribe to our YouTube page, it helps propel some good information, helps support us here at Jaguar Fitness, and it will help support Trevor as well as he's trying to do his career in that. So